Welcome to the first edition of Not a Cooking Show. Why is this not a cooking show? Because I'm not a chef. As you can see, I don't even have an apron. But what I am is a loving husband who likes to cook his wife food. And hopefully you guys learn something. I try to make these recipes super simple, super easy, and it's to where a point anyone can do it because look at me. And today I'm going to be making some breakfast tacos. And as you can see, I have nothing. But I can fix that real quick. Wow, look at that. It's like I didn't have an editing process at all. Simple breakfast tacos. We got a couple good ingredients here. The most important thing on a breakfast taco though is always going to be a tortilla. You want to get a good strong tortilla. This is one of my favorites right here. It's la ranchera. Important first step to do when you get started is you have to wash and prep the potatoes. These are going to take you the most time, so I'm going to go ahead and wash these and get them cut up, and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do with it. You're going to want to start cutting. I usually do it in fours. You can do it however you want to, but I usually want to cut down to the center and make it into fours like that, so that way the potatoes cut out evenly like this. And with this, you do again with another fours, so cut down and cut into diced cubes. But like I said, you can do whatever you want with it. This is just my preferred method. This bowl right here, just so I can start mixing up with the flavors. So with me and my wife, we enjoy a lot of flavor in our food. So with that comes a lot of seasoning and a lot of spices. So the first thing I like to do is add some olive oil to it. It's just to give it a little coat, and it's going to be easy to bind with the seasoning. Mix it around with all the olive oil in there. You just want to get an even coat. Make sure all the potatoes are covered. So like I said, we like to have spice on our food. So these are usually the ones that I go with. A little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic and herb, and especially some Slap Your Mama. As I add some pepper on top, you want a good amount. I have no actual measurements. I go by taste. What I feel is good. The key to all food is just, if you think it's good, then you're fine. Because I know a lot of people like to oh, I'll go buy this or that. Now, if you like it, if you think it's good, and if you're proud enough that you think it's good and you think everyone will like it, then okay. And that's not the case with everything. Some things you have to follow the recipe for. But I think with potatoes and seasoning, you're fine. You want it to be evenly coated with all the seasonings right here. As you can see, all the olive oil is right there. You want a good blend. What you're going to want to do is just get a nice sized bowl, and you're going to do as many eggs as you feel like. For me, I'm going to do about 6 today, just so I can have enough to have some good amount of tacos. Yes, I know my method of cracking eggs is weird. My wife told me that one time, and she's like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, it's the way I was taught." So, y'all have a different method, please let me know. Or if you guys use the same, please let me know as well, because I want to know that I'm not the only one who does this. Okay. So now that I have all the eggs set in, I'm going to go ahead and whisk them. Usually what I do is add salt and pepper and maybe some Slap Your Mama or any kind of seasoning, but since I'm going to be cooking them with the potato, it's already going to have a lot of seasoning with that, so it's just going to be like a salt. It'll be a bunch of salt if I add seasoning to the eggs, so I'm going to keep these a little plain for right now. Alright, last thing to prep. The bacon. Now, I have not found a really good method of cooking bacon other than the microwave, so I'm going to try to just do it in the microwave. It's the way I was taught to cook bacon as a kid, so there's not a lot of prep work with that. You just open it up, and you want to prepare a microwave safe plate with paper towels. Make sure it's a lot of it. A lot of the bacon grease will soak in, so you want to get as many paper towels as you can. For heaping some amounts of paper towels, you want it to cover about right there. And for this, I'll probably do about 4 to 6 strips of bacon. And with the microwave, you want about a minute per slice, depending on how many slices I'm going to cook. Just 6 strips of bacon on a napkin. Done with the prepping process, we're going to go ahead and get started with cooking. And I also learned one more spell. Wingardium Leviosa. There's a Leviosa. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, it's a little sturdy. Gotta keep it. Let's go. Hello. Now we're over here. It's crazy. So the first thing you're gonna want to do with the pot is put in some oil into the pot. Good amount of oil because you're gonna be making these potatoes and you want them to be coated when you cook them. All right, now that the oil is kind of, oh, yep, it's getting there. I'm gonna add the potato. Yep. Woo! So when that happens, you want to turn down the stove because that was hot. So when you're cooking your potatoes, always remember the way you can tell they're done is if you put like a fork or a knife through them and they go right through and you can pull it out. That's how you know they're done. Now if you want them a little bit extra crispy, like fried, you want to keep them in the oil a little bit longer than usual. So what I like to do is grab some of the oil right here and just put it a little bit on top so you can get that nice crispiness added to the potato. I wish you guys could smell what I smell right now because it smells fantastic. It's all the seasoning, all the flavors coming together. It smells so good. Alright, as you can see here, the potatoes are close to being done. You got that little softness with the potato right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the eggs. So that way they cook with the potatoes and you get all that flavor all mixed into one. Alright, so you just want to pour the eggs in over the potatoes like that. And then you're going to let them cook. You're going to cover them up. Let them cook for about 2 minutes. As you can see here, the eggs are cooking nice and evenly. So you want to mix them around with all the potatoes. You want that good flavor coming in. Ooh, that sounds good. So I'm going to let it sit on medium-low heat while I get the bacon started. Now that we have everything set, I'm going to start prepping these tacos. First thing you want to do is you want to grab a layer of refried beans and scoop it and kind of spread it around evenly. It's a very good contrasting taste with the potatoes and the starch and all that. Let's grab some of these potato and eggs and kind of just evenly disperse them on top of the beans. Oh yeah. From here, I want to put the cheese on top of the eggs and potatoes just because it's a little bit harder to put with the bacon. So you'll just get a handful of cheese, whatever cheese you like. We like the Monterey Jack and jalapeno peppers with cheddar from H-E-B. The last thing you're going to want to do is get a strip of bacon, kind of break it apart, put the two right there, and then what I like to do is add a little secret ingredient, and I'll let you guys see it. I think avocados on a taco is just magnificent, and I love to add them, so I'm going to go ahead and add some avocados to our breakfast tacos today. You can add them if you'd like. If you don't, it's alright. Add is probably the most important part of any good taco, the hot sauce. It's a green sauce, very, very good heat, very good flavor. You're just going to want to add just a little bit. It's really for my wife more than me. So just a little bit on top, just like that. And there you have it. This is my breakfast taco. It looks almost like a burrito, but there it is. I'll try it. Let's see how it is. Like I said, super basic, but it's so good. Thank you guys for stopping by. Please make sure you subscribe and like the channel. I will be doing more of these videos for you guys often. And I got one more trick for y'all. Itis, miis, tacois.